welcome back. So in today's video we are going to be recreating this half of my face over here. So this half just has my skincare and primer, and it has my brows done, but that's it. And this half is all done. Got that highlight going, and the best part is that it is all drugstore makeup. I tried to do a one brand tutorial using all Maybelline, but I was missing some products, and then the products that I did reach for to replace those products happened to be all drugstore. So once in a while I like to throw out a drugstore tutorial or something just so you guys can see what products are out there, and if you are, you know, on a budget, it does help to know you can mix drugstore and high-end. You know, if you run out of your favorite concealer, you can always try one from the drugstore, and I like to show you both options occasionally. Or you can use like the Maybelline Baby Skin. They have tons of primers actually, so that's good. For foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me. They have the Fit Me Poreless, Matte and Poreless, and the Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. This one I think is like the outdated one because it isn't either. It doesn't say either thing on them. I did also put down my a corrector underneath my eye in peach. That's the Bobbi Brown one, but shh, it's all drugstore. I have this in number 130. I don't know what that is, but buff beige. Buff beige. So I just put a little bit on my hand. And I already did half of my face, so I have to be kind of strategic when I'm placing these things, you know, to make sure that I don't double up the center of my face. But when I'm placing these dots of foundation before I blend them out, I'm placing them right on top of things I want to cover. Like, I feel like if it sits there a little longer, there's a chance it'll be covered better. So I am using the Sigma Flat Kabuki, the F80. And I have been into the Beauty Blender lately, but I do like a good foundation brush, so the Sigma one is good if you're looking for one. Doesn't leave streaks in my skin. I always cover up part of my ear because I feel like even though I have warm undertones, even though I have like a little yellow to my skin, my ears always look reddish no matter what I do. So gotta make sure that I cover those a little. And I'm just taking whatever's left on the brush down the neck. I take whatever's left on the hand and keep going down the neck. If you want a little bit more coverage, this foundation is pretty buildable. If you're looking for some great complexion products, Maybelline at the drugstore has some really good products for skincare. Like, I love their Fit Me line. The Maybelline Fit Me line has good concealers, it has good foundations. It really is, to me, one of the best drugstore complexion lines out there. I'm going to do my lipstick because I think that'll go a long way. Today I'm wearing orange, as you can see. I didn't want to do matchy-matchy. I didn't want to go all the way orange on my makeup. I did kind of keep it bronzy, and you know, my blush is perhaps a little peachy, but I didn't go all the way orange on anything. I kept it bronzy because I'm wearing orange and brown. Okay, so the lipstick I used was the Maybelline Matte in Touch of Spice. For concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in 25 medium. So medium concealers on me, I like to think I'm more of a light medium as far as foundation tone. And so when I get a medium concealer, I'm always kind of scared. But I do have a mixture of light and medium concealers in my collection because, you know, the medium has more of a salmon tone, and the salmon tone is actually going to color correct a little bit, whether you like it or not. But you don't want anything darker than your skin because then that won't look natural. But then you don't want to use anything too light on your skin because that will highlight if you try to use it to spot conceal anything. Like this blemish I have here, if I put a white concealer, it would highlight the fact that I have a blemish there. So we don't want to do that. I'm actually using the Sigma brush again, the foundation brush, to just tap. I'm pressing that concealer in. On my eyes, and as a base, I'm using the Maybelline Color Tattoo in, this is the Color Tattoo 24 Hour by Eye Studio. Ooh, 24 hours. This is Bad to the Bronze, and I just love the color. And I use this all over the lid And I also placed it on the lower lash line. So I'll show you up close in a second, but you'll see that my lower lash line does not have liner on it. It is defined, but it doesn't have liner. I actually took a brush with this product and threw that in the lower lash line. Blends upwards and just kind of lightly smokes out. Then I'm using a defined crease brush by Makeup Geek, or you could use a pencil brush, and I'm just dipping the tip of this on there and taking that underneath the lower lash line. It's not a harsh line, but I think it's pretty. For powder I'm using the Maybelline Dream Wonder powder. This is in Buff Beige, number 25. But you could totally use the Maybelline Fit Me powder. And I forgot to set my under eye concealer, but I'm taking this right on the center of the face. It does add a little bit of coverage, but as I said, the medium shade is actually slightly dark for me this time of year. But in the middle of the summer, it is a good color match. Although we've already had 90-degree days here in Phoenix, so. Okay. So that kind of, you know, mattifies that dewy foundation, but at the same time it adds a little bit extra coverage, so I'm willing to give up that dewy look in exchange for coverage. Okay, so I think a lot of my blemishes are covered up, but if you look closely, you can see them like here, here, here. But I think I did an okay job of covering them. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm using the Milani Baked Bronzer in Soleil. This one is a glittery, very orangey bronzer. Now, it can be worn in a natural way. I just take a very light hand, like I'll put the brush in it and then I like tap it off to get off the excess. And today I'm not contouring, I'm just kind of warming up the outer perimeter of the face, like at the top of the ear in a line towards the outer mouth, but stopping right around here. I don't think you can directly see this product, like, I don't personally see it, but I think that it adds a little bit of warmth, like whether you, and I kind of like that you can't see it, it's more natural. It's not giving me that contour line, it's just kind of warming. Okay, for highlighter, I'm actually doing highlighter before blush. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Powder Blush and Highlight, and this is in number 102 Golden. And it is like a little quad of 4 different colors. The brush I was using is the IT Cosmetics double-ended highlighter and define brush. So I used the highlight brush for my bronzer, and the define brush for my is what I'm going to use for my highlight. Now this highlighter I don't love. I'm putting it right at the top of the cheekbone. I don't love it, I'm putting it up like a C, right around the outer brow, because it is very pigmented, but I feel like it doesn't like lay really nicely on the skin. It looks like you have product on. And a little bit down the center of the nose. And Cupid's bow. I just think that it gives a chalky, like, cakey look, and it doesn't last that long on my skin. It has visible glitter. It doesn't like sink into the skin and look natural, but it's not the worst highlighter I've tried. I just think that if it's going to be one of the most expensive highlighters in the drugstore, they could do a little better. Okay, so for blush, I'm using a mixture of Milani's Baked Powder Blush in Luminoso, the famous one, and Corallina. They have, Corallina has some glitter in it, so you have to be careful with it, but this is Luminoso. It's very natural. So I'm using the e.l.f. blush brush. And you can tell, like, I barely dipped into it and it is pigmented, so I'm brushing it off on my hand a little bit. And the reason I'm putting the highlighter on before the blush today, which I don't normally do, is because I'm kind of covering up some of that highlight and I'm blending the two together. Okay, so that's Luminoso. And then Corallina is more of an orangey, like coral. But this one is more pigmented, and I feel like I need to use it lightly. Okay, now if I think the blush is too bright, I don't know, I could go either way. I use a big fluffy brush and kind of blend the bronzer, blush, and highlight together to lighten the touch. This should be pretty quick to finish the eye look. I'm using the Maybelline the Blush Nudes set. I don't love these. They don't last that long on me, but they aren't bad. If you can't afford the makeup, if you can't afford the Urban Decay Naked palettes, you're not willing to spend 50 bucks, try out the Maybelline ones. The quality honestly is not all the way there, but they do okay. And if you're not used to high-end shadows, you won't notice that these aren't that great. But I'm just using the white shade in here with a pencil brush underneath the brow bone and on the inner corner of the eye. Now, as you can see, that eye base that we put down, Bad to the Bronze, the color tattoos can make their own lid shade, crease shade, and blend themselves out in the transition. Like, you don't really have to try that hard. I could totally walk out the door like this. I mean, not all the way like this, but with the eyeshadow, it looks pretty cute, pretty natural. I love that color. It's got enough shimmer, but not too much. So then I'm using just an eyeshadow brush. You could use a crease brush, and I'm taking the deepest shades over here, and I'm mixing a little bit of this rose gold shade. So rose gold and then like these two. And I'm just, unfortunately I don't think they're named. They're numbered. But anyway, I am just going to kind of stamp the brush down out here. And then I will blend. This is the Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. Apply your favorite liner and mascara. Today I chose to do a brown liner. You can use like liquid, cream, pencil, whatever makes you happy, but I'm using a brown pencil liner. Apply a quick coat of mascara, curl your lashes and apply some mascara, right? And then you can choose if you want to do like a nude liner in the waterline, but also I'm going to be using the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Let it dry a little bit. Alright guys, this is the finished look, just kind of a bronzy drugstore look. Not matchy-matchy with the orange, but still warm and getting the color in on the lips and kind of keeping the eyes smoky but natural. Does that make sense? Smoky but natural? I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Look forward to my 2-year on YouTube giveaway, and put any requests for looks that you guys want to see or products you want me to review down below in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.